morning, market snipers. Welcome back. This is Jesse. We're getting started right at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time with the countdown, right? Started the countdown at like 30 seconds, but then only showed like the last 12 seconds of it because who really wants to sit through a 30-second countdown? It's a little too much, but 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Getting started here. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. We will be covering Bitcoin. We'll go through the altcoins. Then we'll take a look at the indices, stocks, Bitcoin miners, all that stuff, whatever else catches our eye. And this is our 23rd consecutive live stream. On the second half of the live stream, we will chart your requests. So make sure to put in the ticker symbol. Make sure to let me know if it's crypto or stock and all the details, because sometimes the ticker symbol overlaps. And this is an unscripted live stream and unedited live stream. So we want to keep the flow going and keep it, the search, when I'm searching for assets, keep it going as smoothly as possible over here. So TGIF, good morning, good morning, good morning. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button and help me, help you, help me. I would appreciate it. And we'll keep going here. So Lawrence, good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you. Bitcoin is still breaking down as of right now, and we will get into it. We'll put we will put the drawing. Take two. We will put the drawings back on for Bitcoin here in just a second. We're just kind of taking a look at the overall as of right now, and we will get into it. TGIF. So we will be, I don't plan to. Let's see. Hold on. Let's take this off. There we go. There we go. I don't plan to go the full hour today. Usually Fridays are a little bit lighter. Usually try to keep them to about 30, 40 minutes at the most. So we'll try to get through it rocking and rolling. Early birds get the worm. So whoever's putting in the chart requests early have obviously a better chance of let's see, cancel that. Sorry. We have a better chance of getting their chart requests in. So with that, let's get rock and rolling. Bitcoin still selling off over here, right? Still selling off. We talked about it on this breakout over here on the pending buy signal. Talked about that I did buy the dip there. And as it was starting to move up fairly quickly over here on the live streams, I talked about moving my stop loss up to break even. And right now, if I had left the stop loss to break even, and we talked about it, I wasn't too concerned with moving the stop loss to break even, but I would be getting, most likely I would be stopped out right now on the break even. But we talked about it on the live stream over here on, I think it was Taco Tuesday, and on the 11th, so 10 days ago, that I closed out my position. It was only like 7% gain. And, but I was like, well, it's selling off as of right now. It did pump all the way back up, but closed below. So, since the buy signal was below the trailing dots, didn't seem like it was going to be an actual buy signal. So, and then it started to sell off after that. So that's where we're at right now. Putting the drawings on, you can see that I had the upward trend line like this, and then it started closing outside of that upward trend line. And then, of course, breaking back down from the trailing dots, and in real time, pending sell signal. And I end up closing my position. If I would have left it to break even, right? If I would have left the stop loss to break even, I would have been stopped out, and it wouldn't have been a win or a loss, right? So there we go. That's Bitcoin. Now we got this longer upward trend line. Price closed below it on Tuesday, closed below it again. Wicked all the way back up to 66,500-ish, still below the trailing dots, and closed back below it again. And so here we are. We talked about scenario one, scenario two. Scenario one, if Bitcoin were to find support in here, we talked about this all week pretty much. If Bitcoin finds support in here and then comes back up, that would be like scenario one. But if we start to see candle close back below here, on the green box, then we're expecting scenario 2 to happen and then find support and then take off to the upside. I think it's less likely, and I haven't talked about scenario 3 of going even lower. It's always a possibility, but I'm going to just leave it as scenario 1 and scenario 2. Of course, you could always add scenario 3 if you wanted to, and that would look like that, right? That would look like that. So, not thinking about scenario 3 right now. I'm only thinking about scenario 1 or scenario 2, right? So either way is the next possible buy the dip scenario for me over there. As of right now, just trying to remain patient. Bitcoin's been going basically sideways since March 4th and now breaking back down. I posted yesterday $65,000 Bitcoin since March 4th. Woo-wee. That's a long time. One more thing to point out, a couple more things to point out. We've been talking about it is that if it were to play out similar to Apple, right? We could see price come down, take out this pivot point. People are starting to get really bearish. Maybe it comes down to this target box as well, or maybe even price is like someone front runs that target box, right? A big player, and then it takes off to the upside like Apple. So that is a possibility. There's divergence in the markets, right? So who is right? Is Bitcoin right, or is the NASDAQ right? Right? So yeah, we're trying to get through it on Friday, right? We're trying to get through it on Friday. By the way, it's first day off for the wife. I call it the day off. She's taking maternity leave. First day off officially started today, and the baby's not here yet, right? The baby's not here. We're still week 39, and we got a doctor's appointment later this afternoon, but still the first day off, and I'm like, what are you going to do? Right. She's used to running a team as the VP of marketing. And, she sent me a photo, right, that she's outside reading a book, eating her breakfast. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's going to last. That's going to last. She'll be right in, probably having to watch TV all day. Right. So, yeah, she's starting off really good, proving me wrong on, her first day off reading a book outside, eating breakfast in the beautiful sunshine of Southern California. But we'll see how long that lasts, right? So, positive thoughts for her, right? Positive thoughts for her. All right, so that's Bitcoin. It's breaking down, continues to break down. We had the red arrow breaking the upward trend line here. We have a red arrow breaking the upward trend line there. And then you start getting daily candle close below scenario 1, then see scenario 2, right? So we'll see how it plays out over here. Real quick. We should look at a couple things. Hold on. Let's practice real quick. Let's practice before we get a lot more viewers. Let's see. Refreshing. Hit that like button, hit that repost button if you're on the Twitter X app, and throw an emoji. Which one do we want to do today? Okay, we'll do that one. 5 seconds flat. We are amazing. Let's take a look at one thing real quick for Bitcoin. I like to look at it. Been looking at it for like 3 years, right? I just like looking at it. 11 hours ago. So this is the Bitcoin price after halvings, right? So it just kind of shows like 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024 is black, right? So down here in the left-hand corner, let's give him a like. Let's give him a like, and we'll come back. Let's follow our own advice, right? Let's follow our own advice. Thumbs up, boom. And we'll even do it. Repost, right? Live. So you can see black over here. If this is another full bull run, right? We've already made new all-time highs. But if this is another full bull run, it's possible you don't see a first top for another, a first major top, right? For another 50 to 75 days, right? It happened back in 2012. It's possible you don't see a first major top until 250 to 300 more days, similar to 2020. And then the second top over in 2012 would be about 300 days from now, right? So that'd be a long time. It's possible you don't see a major first top, another major first top, or a second top all the way 500 days from now, right? So it is possible. So according to the Bitcoin price after halving, right? The halving's already happened. We're already 60 something days. It tells me right there. You don't have to guess. 62 days after halving, right? So 62 days. It could just take some time to kind of ramp up, and we'll see how it unfolds. We will see how it unfolds. But I do like to take a look at it, kind of keeps things in perspective, and we will see how it plays out. Diminishing returns. It's not my theory. It's what it's actually happening, right? I don't have a theory that it's diminishing returns. In 2021, I had a theory before it officially topped out that it was diminishing returns, right? I wouldn't even say it's a theory anymore. 2021 proved to be that it was diminishing returns again, right? For the third time based off this halving tracker. And if you get anything below, percentage wise, anything below the previous highs, which would be 400,000, would be diminishing returns percentage wise again, right? So I'm not expecting it to put in a higher top than 400 something thousand dollars whatsoever. I don't even expect it to go above $200,000. And some of the highest targets I have are it's basically like 150, 140, like solid targets. There are some all the way up to possibly 200, but less likely in my personal opinion. So diminishing returns again. That was my theory in 2021 towards the top, and then it was again. So we'll see. Or over here. All right, let's get back to it. So as of right now, couple more things that we've been talking about and pointing out. The weekly chart, right? Breaking down. This would be another candle close back below the trending dots. Another candle close below the trending dots on the weekly chart. We've got RSI sell signal back here in April. Continues to trend lower. This would be a lower high. Already looks like a lower high. It would be confirmed to the lower high over here. If price doesn't catch up quickly, it is possible it puts in hidden bullish divergence on the weekly chart. So we will keep an eye on that. And then, of course, Apple could play out similar to Apple. Where is it? Oh, my goodness. Where is Apple? Could play out similar to Apple, where has an RSI, has a sell signal on, here, let me just find it. Apple, right? There we go. Has a sell signal over here like Apple did, say, February, and then multiple weeks down, taking out this pivot point over here. And not by a lot, but taking out that pivot point, confirming the lower high, putting in a lower low, and then flipping right back around to the upside, making new all-time highs. It is possible, right? It is possible. So we'll see how it plays out. This was 2021 high. Price took out the 2021 high and then made a new high, then came back down with another sell signal on the weekly chart, multi-weeks, multi-months, couple months, right? So if this was February, came all the way down. So more than 2 months, right? And then started to flip back around. Had bullish divergence on the daily chart. We spotted that. We called that out on the live stream, and then it started to break back out. And we didn't know if it was going to put in another lower high or if it was going to make a new higher high. We just knew that there was a buy signal on the weekly chart. There was bullish divergence on the daily chart. There's a buy signal on the daily chart. We don't have a magic crystal ball, but if Bitcoin were to play out similar to Apple, that's why I'm pointing this out. We don't know if it will or not. it's possible price takes that pivot out and then flips back around, and it would take, a couple of months to play out, right? So a couple of months to play out, and it would come back up, make a new all-time high. If it played similar to Apple, right? So if it played similar to Apple, that's kind of how I'd see it play out over there. It's possible. It's possible. Comes down, hits this target box over here, takes out this pivot point over here on the wick, or even just on the candle closes over here, and wouldn't. So maybe it just wicks down further and then closes just below here and then flips back around after that. So we don't know how it's going to play out. That's just kind of how it would look similar to Apple over there. So we'll see. We'll see. As of right now, this is what we got. This is what we have as of right now on Bitcoin. So altcoins we won't spend as much time because we've been spending time on it, but altcoins have already had bigger corrections compared to Bitcoin. So we're still watching and waiting to see if Ethereum will find support at target 3 and bounce, find support at target 4 and bounce. If so, this would be a low, this would be a higher low, this would be a higher low somewhere over here. The next higher probability breakout somewhere over there, right? Solana, still trying to find bottom over here, right? Still trying to find bottom. Still wondering if it's going to be a slightly higher low or if it's going to put in additional bullish divergence. We don't know on Solana. Near, similar thoughts, right? Not bullish divergence. Put in a lower low over here. So we'll see on near. Cardano could put in additional bullish divergence, but you'd want to start to see it flip back around. Otherwise, it will put in a lower low, right? So we will see. Got the next possible buy the dip scenario all the way over here, right? All the way over here. Sand, similar thoughts. Currently has slight bullish divergence. We'd want to see a higher low get put in. Otherwise, it could have additional bullish divergence. And then, of course, whether it's breaking out here or over here, right? Could take some time to play out. See how it plays out. Let's see. Move that over here like that. Yeah. Right. So that's sand. Currently has bullish divergence. We will see if it continues to have bullish divergence or if it puts in a higher low. Filecoin, similar, right? Getting oversold here, getting oversold again. Dot currently has bullish divergence. Will it continue to put in bullish divergence, or will it put in a higher low at some point? We'll continue to watch over there in Dot. Got this longer term downward trend line like this, right? So something like that. Mana. Bullish divergence followed by a reverse candle. We already talked about this, covered it yesterday. Trending dots, right? Could flip back around like this. That's the green path. The handy, dandy, swirly, McSwirly, TA yellow line over there. We don't know exactly how it's going to play out. We just have it out like that. Maybe it gets rejected at that downward trend line again, comes back down, double bottom or higher low, however it plays out, comes back up like that. So that is mana. Bullish divergence followed by a reverse candle. It's not 100% accurate, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. All right, let's go. AVAX was oversold. Chainlink could be putting in a higher low. Too early to call it as of right now. Could be putting in a higher low. Rarible getting still oversold for this would be the 5th day in a row that's oversold. NASDAQ, right? Here's the divergence in the market that I was talking about. NASDAQ is making a new all-time high while Bitcoin is correcting, right? So NASDAQ is making a new all-time high while Bitcoin is correcting. Which one is correct, right? Will Bitcoin catch up or will the NASDAQ start to break back down? That we don't know. Seems like if the NASDAQ's making a new all-time high, it's just a matter of time that Bitcoin would also make a new all-time high. But that's why we trade the chart that in front of us first and foremost. So if you're trading Bitcoin, you pay attention to the Bitcoin chart the most, right? First and foremost. We just try to possibly get an edge by looking at other charts and see if there's any leading or lagging indicators, maybe telling us something else, right? SP 500 also making new all-time highs and hit longer-term ANF target 1 to the upside. Bitcoin futures, ETH futures, Dow Jones, right? Is this a lower high or is this a higher low, right? We talked about either one, higher low, lower high. We don't know, somewhere in between as of right now. So only hit 2 of the 4 targets to the downside. Is the Dow Jones lagging time-wise? Will the Dow Jones also make a new all-time high similar to the NASDAQ and the SP 500? We don't know. Bearish divergence. In my opinion, the bearish divergence is already cleared. So which way will it break? Which way will it break? Market divergence. If it makes a new all-time high, we will remove these targets to the downside. The dollar trying to regain the upward trend line, came down, hit 3 of the 4 targets to the downside. Still currently bullish on the daily chart. The VIX started to break out yesterday, but closed below the downward trend line. Started to come back above again, and it is right back down the bottom trend line. The trending dots are starting to get green. So it's possible this is a low, possible higher low. Could see a retracement, right? Could see a retracement. Doesn't mean it's going to be, the market crash, right? But could definitely be a retracement over here in the coming weeks or so. Maybe possibly in the start of the new monthly candle. We don't know how it's going to play out. But perma bulls would want to see these levels remain for the VIX. You don't want to see the levels start getting above here, and especially not above the 200-week moving average, right? So we will see. Woo! Let's switch over to the Magnificent Seven and then flip back over to the Bitcoin miners. Comments. Lawrence, Soul, you got it. Well, we looked at it. Hold on. We looked at it, didn't we? Briefly. There's not much really to report, Lawrence. We did cover it. I think you made this comment before we got into it. But around the 20-minute mark, we went over it slightly. There's not much really to report as of right now. Caesar, good afternoon. Welcome back. Emily Vasquez, hello. Good morning. NVIDIA was getting overbought again. It was looking like a bearish engulfing candle yesterday, right? So bearish engulfing candle. I don't trade bearish engulfing candles or bullish engulfing candles blindly. It's not part of my strategy. I'm just pointing it out that it was a bearish engulfing candle, something to be aware of. And if you're trading NVIDIA, I'm not currently in NVIDIA trade. And then after the bearish engulfing candle, price came back down, retested the trending dots, and will it find support over there? The weekly chart, that's a indecisive candle as of right now. We will see. Pretty wicky up there. Pretty far extended away from the trending dots. It just went parabolic, right? The monthly chart, still ultra bullish though. Don't count NVIDIA out. I wouldn't be picking tops all the way up, right? So I would let it unfold, see how it plays out. We do have a gap here, gapalicious all the way down. Meta, is this going to be a lower high or is this going to be a higher low? We don't know. But it is currently starting to break down. 1.3% roughly right now. And so we don't know if that's going to be a lower high or not. Never hit A&F target over here. Could the gap is over here. I don't know why I have it there. I put the gap in the wrong spot. Come on, Jesse. Come on. Come on, Jesse. Yeah. So doesn't mean it couldn't fill the gap over here and then continue higher, but it is still currently bullish on the daily chart. Still currently bullish on the weekly chart. But could it be putting in a lower high? It is possible. It is possible it's putting in a lower high. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let's get back on the daily chart. Amazon.com, right? Still bullish on the daily chart. Microsoft, Tesla, right? Tesla, Apple. Ooh, I need some water. 10 out. Excuse me. Ooh, that's some strong water. Apple, Google wanted to start to break back down, had a candle close below, had another one, and then regained it today, right? So the overall trend is still trending upward. This is probably drawn out in the weekly chart. Let me update this on the daily chart over here. There we go. That's the uptrend. Basically making new all-time highs. So I'm going to remove these right now. It hasn't yet. So these targets still might be valid, but they seem like they're getting invalidated right now. So invalidated, right? People love to say that. Are your targets, is your chart still valid? Is it invalidated? They love it. They love saying that. They love commenting on it. So there we go. Not yet, but those targets could be invalidated. You can't do three things at once. Could be invalidated in the near future, right? So that's Google up 2.37%. Let's go to the Bitcoin miners. So they're making moves. Like I said, they pump hard, they dump hard, right? So pending reverse candle on HUT doesn't mean that the party is over. Just means that it's a pending reverse candle right now. It could mean that the could get a little bit of a retracement here. It could mean that lets the trending dots catch up. Could mean that it flips right back around. So we don't know yet, but it was getting overbought. We do have a reversal candle. The fourth target has not been hit as of yet. Weekly chart. Weekly chart is still bullish. It's going to close bullish, right? So I had the breakout. I was pointing out I had the breakout over here. Buy signal. And then this would be the third consecutive green candle in a row, including the buy signal. If you're just looking at the indicator, right? Don't mind this downward trend line. It's based off of the daily chart, I believe. Let's see. Let's get back on it. MIGI had a reverse candle a couple of days ago. And so will HUT follow MIGI? So it was overbought, reverse candle earlier, then 2 correction days down back below. Could be putting in a higher low. Maybe it finds support at the trending dots on MIGI. Hive came up, hit target 2. Coming back down the trending dots. We'll see if it finds support. Riot is breaking back down again. Another pending sell signal over here on Riot. Woo! It did make a higher high though. So it's possible it puts in a higher low again. But it is breaking back down again on Riot. Bitfarm was getting overbought. And then now it's kind of letting the trending dots catch up. Marathon Digital, similar thoughts. CLSK, similar thoughts. Irish Energy came all the way up, hit longer term target 2. Now it's getting a retracement. This is a huge move. So if you're an Irish Energy, and this was it was overbought for a while, right? That was a massive move up. At what point do you decide to lock in profits, right? At what point do you decide? Could it go much higher? Absolutely. Absolutely could. You got to have a strategy. You got to have a plan. Do you take, if you had like, say you had 10 stocks, right? Or 10, yeah, 10 shares of stock, right? There we go. Now we got to figure it out. 10 shares of stock, big time, $130 value, right? Do you close out all 10? Do you close out half of it? Do you close out 10%? What do you do? What's your strategy, right? You just hold it forever, right? And then what happens? Price comes all the way back down and then makes another swing trade to the upside. So you just have to decide what your plan of attack is. We're going to make it. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, this is for education purposes only. And hopefully we find some entertainment along the way, me mispronouncing your name. And you can misspell my name in return. No hard feelings over there. Cypher mining pumps hard and dumps hard, right? Woo. Woo. Okay. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, I do want to see Bitcoin dominance real quick. BTC. I have it on here. There we go. There we go. There it is. Is that it? No. No, that's total market cap. Bitcoin dot D. There we go. There we go. Okay. Bitcoin dominance. Interesting, right? We talked about this. We covered it. On the weekly chart, there's longer term bearish divergence. And this could be good for altcoins. Are the altcoins finding bottom while Bitcoin continues, while Bitcoin corrects and then Bitcoin makes a move to upside? Possibly, right? So if this was the top, right, at 56.3%, there was bearish divergence, right? There was bearish divergence and on the weekly chart. And then is this going to be a lower high, right? So let's see. Is this a lower high? Is this let's do it again. Is this going to be a lower high? Now we're getting it. Is this going to be a lower high? There's no sell signal yet. There is a pending MACD bearish crossover. Could have an RSI sell signal in the near future. Could have a sell signal in the near future. One target has been hit out of the 4 so far on Bitcoin dominance. These targets are still currently valid. We don't know. We don't know. It's also possible that puts in a higher low and then takes off like that. So we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. But we're just pointing this out as of right now on the Bitcoin dominance. I am seeing some of the like ETH versus BTC is bullish today. Several others. DOT versus BTC. Let's see. Doge versus BTC. I mean, just on a small scale, there's nothing like really big for a breakout or anything like that. But they've already retraced very hard, very big or very hard compared to Bitcoin. So that kind of makes sense. But even Sand versus BTC, right? So it is. So we'll see. We'll see. Bullish divergence even on Sand versus BTC, Mana versus BTC, bullish divergence. So some positive signs that we're gonna catch a bounce. We're gonna catch a bounce. We'll continue to see how it plays out. Any other questions or comments on this fabulous TGIF Friday? We are. Let's get out of here. Home. There we go. There we go. 6 likes. Ooh, that's brutal. Ouch. Ooh, screwdriver. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers. Let's do cheers back. Nope. Guess you gotta type in beer. There you go. There you go. We'll cheer you back. That's about it. 34 minutes in. Yep. So we will see how it plays out. With that, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And the future is bright, especially if you're market sniper. We got some big things coming down the pipeline. I'm pretty excited about. It's in beta test, officially beta test. I mean, I've been working on it for 2 years, but official beta test. Good things happening. We don't want to say it's a game changer, but we always want to continue to keep improving. Thank you, Blue Diesel. I appreciate that. With that, hope you have a good weekend. No official announcements, not even to the Discord yet, but maybe in the near future. We're getting closer. So with that, thanks, Lawrence. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend, Lawrence, Blue Diesel, Emily, Caesar, everyone else who commented, liked, Screwdriver, everyone who's watching and reposting. I appreciate all of you. And we will see you on the next live stream. Let's go. Let's do it. Get outside. Get away from the charts. Have a good rest of your day. Later. Adios.